Hello, everyone. I am Chevy the Superstar.
And I'm Toya.
And this is Two Snappers in the Circle.
This is Two Steps in the Circle, baby. Movie
Giving you
news,
the
movie reviews. Oh my
movie
God.
news that you can use and the movie reviews that you cannot refuse.
Oh, you can't? Because you just got to accept the opinions and perspectives that we have about these films. Why? Because we're typically like just right there on the nose, like right there, or usually like having you think about some of these films in a deeper manner that you typically wouldn't.
Yes, yes.
We be turning these
So,
movies on their head.
so Toya, I don't know if I told you this, but there's a thing called channel points, and people can redeem channel points for things. So, with that being said, Mako Zombie, I think that's how you say it.
Okay.
Hello, first of all, thank you for being here. But
Yeah.
also, we have to hydrate. What you hydrating with?
Oh. We in the fall month, so I'm sipping on a little apple cider with some Douce. That I'm sure any bartender, mixologist is probably cringing at the thought of me mixing Douce with a cognac with apple cider from Blake's. But you know what? This, this is like a Disney from 2000, like commemorative type glass. Like, yeah, man.
Ooh, so I was so excited about the Harry Potters that I decided I've been holding this for weeks.
Yo, you did say like you had a little surprisey prize.
Look at him.
Oh my God, he's so cute with the green and the gray.
And he got his acceptance letter to Hogwarts. Look at him.
Bruh, I just want to let you know I'm accepting all Harry Potter like memorabilia and paraphernalia and all just type of like, because I'm Hufflepuff and it beat, so treat me accordingly. But yeah, I seen a whole family on Halloween. They were everybody. They were Professor McGonagall, Dr. Snape, the youngest son. He was this cute blonde kid, and he was little baby Draco. I called him little baby Draco too. And they kind of looked at me like, I think I get what you're saying. I was like, yeah, little baby Draco.
So his name is Little Big Draco.
Little Big Draco. Oh my God. Yo, no, I'm sorry. That's what we say. We don't say baby. We say Little Big Draco. Yeah. Little Big Draco. That's what I said. And I think they were like, I think I know where you're going with this. Like, not in terms of Soldier Boy. Like, I think they understood, like, oh, like, because he's little. And like,
he's a baby. And he's Draco Malfoy. But no.
Oh
his name is Little Big Draco because
Little
of Soldier Boy.
Hell yeah. Let's go. It's lit. What up, everybody? Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, Nine Deuce, how you doing?
In the joint. Oh my God, yes. I loved seeing the Harry Potters, and they had Hermione, like they had the whole crew. I loved it. And they said one of the kids picked it too. Like they were like, we want to be Harry Potter. Like, beautiful. It was so dope. I was like, are you Dr. Snape? He was like, yes, I am.
And I was Harry Potter, Harry Potter for Halloween.
You killed that shit. I was like, yo, you're giving me straight up Harry Potter vibes. Definitely, like if Harry Potter was in, it would be so interesting if he was in. I was talking to a friend about it because, like, I was like, because we're so new to this, we can break these cardinal rules. Like, we can envision Harry Potter in Goddamn, why am I drawing a blank right now?
It's Slytherin.
Yeah, as a Slytherin, because he was like, "That's a cardinal rule." Like, because the man said it. He was like, "The man said it. He said to the hat, he don't want to be."
But that's why you can imagine him being in it, because a lot of people was like, "I see where you're going with this," but see, a lot of people haven't seen the first movie or watched it in so long that they don't remember the sort of hat.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, we're so new to this that we can kind of like, we can imagine and play around with different things because we just got here. You
Yeah,
know,
we're late
we
to the
just got
party. We're late.
we're late, but I'm so happy to be finally part of this hemisphere or this world because man, it's been a lot of fun. I have to say, it's been a lot of fun. I'm so excited to be back.
Yes. So today we're here and we are reviewing the fifth installment of the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Order of the
What is the
Phoenix.
Phoenix?
That was
Yes.
very unorganized. But first, as you know, I can't leave out here without no movie news that you can use when you go out here in this world and you're around people and you need something to talk about. So I do have some movie news for you guys. So we're going to just get right into it.
Hey.
Movie news.
Mm,
All
mm,
right. So
mm,
for
mm.
movie news, we got some news. Ana de Armas, she was in Knives Out. We haven't heard about that movie in a while.
I know.
Is in talks to star in a John Wick spinoff called Ballerina. On Halloween, they released a small teaser for the new Hocus Pocus film, Hocus Pocus 2, and all the original Sanderson sisters are set to return, and Doug Jones, who played Billy Batson, will return as well.
Okay, great. That's awesome. I love when they can bring back the original people. I love that.
And that will be coming into theaters. Still no news of being released on Disney Plus in February of 2022. I mean fall of 2022. Whoops. The first trailer for the Book of Boba Fett dropped this week. Yeah, it dropped this week, and it will be streaming on Disney Plus on December 29th.
There's a lot of Boba Fett's out there as Halloween for Halloween too.
Oh yeah, definitely. There was a teaser trailer that dropped for a film starring Halle Berry and Patrick Wilson called Moonfall. It's in space.
I didn't catch that.
It's in space.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Chris Pratt will voice Garfield in the new animated movie for Sony Pictures.
I like that.
New trailer. Well, we finally got a trailer for Morbius starring Jared Leto, where he will be playing a vampire guy. You remember that guy from the Spider-Man cartoon that was a vampire? The guy on the Spider-Man cartoon? Yeah, on a moment, Spider-Man. I mean him in a moment, Spider-Man. That Spider-Man. And that Spider-Man.
I'm really trying to think. I don't believe I watched the Spider-Man cartoon.
What?
Yeah, I don't believe. Hey, it's not coming up here.
Well, he's gonna be that guy. Trailer looked interesting. It's just, Jared Leto sometimes,
He be Jared Leto. That's an interesting man.
Yeah, he is. Robert Downey Jr. and Matt Damon are in talks to join the cast of Christopher Nolan's new film Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer.
Felicia.
Let's see. First teaser trailer for Atlanta season 3 dropped, and it's definitely serving me like horror vibes a little bit, and I don't know.
Completely. I was like, has Atlanta become like a pseudo like horror? I mean, they got creepy. They got real. That last season with the Michael Jackson kind of it got odd. It was odd. But I still love it. I still absolutely love it.
It's coming back in 2022. It's coming back in 2022.
That's exciting.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia will return for its 15th season on December 1st.
Wow, man, I used to watch the hell out of that show.
I only watch it, but I'm not actually actively watching it. It's just like on my TV.
Yeah. Just running. Just
It's
running.
just on the TV.
Just running.
Never paid attention to an actual
Running
episode ever.
in the background.
Daniel Day Kim will play Fire Lord. I don't know how to say his name.
And I'm not familiar, so I can't even help. I can't help butcher it with you.
Oh, I ain't gonna say it. In Netflix live adaptation of Avatar: The
Yeah,
Last
I know what the hell we
Airbender.
talking about. Y'all know what the hell we talking about.
The Emmy-nominated comedy series that I've never heard of, Pin 15, returns to Hulu on December 3rd.
Hulu.
Gal Gadot will play
Gaga.
the evil queen in Disney's live-action Snow White, like we have not had one of those already.
Like we have not gotten that already. Like
Yes, we have.
So why is she the one? I'm so confused.
I don't know. Maybe she just did really good in her audition.
She must have. She must have impressed. She must have impressed.
New season of Saved by the Bell is streaming on November 24th on the Peacock TV. On Peacock TV.
On the Peacock.
What the F, Nine Deuce? What I do?
What I done did.
Boondock Saints 3 is officially in development with Norman Reedus and Sean Patrick Flannery set to return. That's exciting.
That is exciting. To have them both is kind of cool. Like, I like the idea of this.
Sophia Boutelle is set to star in the upcoming film Rebel Moon, which is a part of Zack Snyder's massive overall deal with Netflix. Sophia Boutelle played the bad guy in Ant-Man, and also, I believe she played a Knocks on the Moon in The Mummy, but I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Okay. O-N-K. Yep.
Okay. Solo Donkey Kong movie is reportedly in the works with Illumination, starring Seth Rogen.
My boo. I love him.
Oh, I gotta look up who this man is because I don't even know who this man is.
I love him.
Let me see. Give me 1 second, y'all.
I love me some him.
What, Seth Rogen?
Yeah. You know.
Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen. That's a white boy. I play with that white boy.
Ooh, okay. Let's see.
Had a one-ass laugh.
This man has not been in anything that y'all would know. I don't think. I'm not trying to down nobody. Oh, okay. I'll use this movie because that's the only thing that I can peg him from. Okay, here we go. Where am I at? Okay. Marvel Studios has cast Gael Garcia Bernal to lead their Werewolf by the Night Halloween special coming to Disney Plus. He voiced Hector in Coco.
Oh, so cute. I heard such great things about the movie Coco. I need to watch it.
Yeah, I need to watch the last 10 minutes.
Man. It must have been too much.
I had to get on a plane, and I just never really visited because it was too much.
I've heard about that film. I've heard things.
It's a lot. I was glad I had to leave, actually. Key and Peele will rejoin forces for a film called Wendell and Will. It is a stop motion horror comedy film about the people who created Coraline.
That's gonna be interesting.
Jay-Z and Will Smith will produce ABC's Women of the Movement, an anthology series.
Okay.
So if you have $300 million laying around, guess what you can buy?
What?
The rights to Alvin and the Chipmunks.
If you just got it laying around, you're like, damn, what am I doing with this 300?
If you just got some money laying around and you want to spend it,
In the chip.
Willie gonna send me this message. He gonna say, "I'll take them off their hands for $1,250 plus an 8-year-old SUV in good running condition. Take it or leave it."
Period. Because in my head, I'm just like, I just don't see the worth. Like, I don't see nobody. Like, what I didn't see was kids dressing up as Alvin.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's why somebody needs to buy it.
I guess. Like, what could they do though? To like,
they could just redo it. And just be like,
didn't they do that a couple years ago with like the live, not the kind, like kind of a live action vibe, like
they did. It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
It wasn't good. Yeah.
And finally, Carol Baskin sues Netflix over Tiger King 2 trailer, which actually dropped this week, but I feel like they pulled it because I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since.
Yeah. So yeah, she don't want to be in there. She don't want to be in there.
Yeah, she like, first of all, I mean, I just laugh because immediately I'm like put back into like 2020 where it's like Carol Baskin.
Dang, that was just in 2020?
Yes,
we was just watching that in 2020?
Yes, I remember that was the first thing on the top of quarantine. Like, because I remember I was still working, and I remember we all went back to work, working from home, and everybody was talking about Tiger King. Like, are you watching Tiger King? Are you watching Tiger King? And that was like one of the first things that everybody started binging. Like, and I remember Carol Baskin killed her husband. Like that. That's why I laugh every time I hear her name. But like, she is tired of being in this story as she killed her husband or her ex-husband. Like, whether it's true or not, I would like, look, I didn't get caught, or like I didn't do it. I didn't get caught, or I didn't do it. So leave it alone. Like, move on. Like, move on from this story. I don't see why it's still relevant, honestly.
Right. I agree.
Unless they have new evidence, unless they really have some like great new evidence. Like, to me, the first time around was enough. Like, leave Carol alone. Like, the rest of them are seems like they're so much more of a hot mess. Like, continue the Tiger King story on with them. Like, please, Carisha. What else, though, Stacey?
Okay, well, that was the end of movie news.
It's lit.
All right, so
let's get into it. So, we started this journey in September when we were thinking of like, oh, should we do, movies that have like thirds and fourths? And we were like, God damn it, let's just do something that has a huge series. And we started Harry Potter, and we've been on this journey since. And we took a break so we can get into our horror movies in October, and we did that. And I'm not, I really have a newfound love for horror. Like, I feel like I still can't stop thinking about like horror movies and like Halloween and shit. Like, I'm a changed woman, but I am very, very, very excited about getting back into Harry Potter. And we are on our 5th installment of the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Oh my God. It's giving me, it's just like what I'm ready for. It's like, yes, like, give me what I've been asking for. So this particular installment is about, the plot goes a little something like this. With their warning about Lord Voldemort's return scoffed at, Harry and Dumbledore are targeted by the wizard authorities as an authoritarian bureaucrat. Lord, why are they giving me all these like encyclopedia words? Slowly seizes power at Hogwarts. Like, we could have summed that up so much better. All of these, what's the words that you get at the end? The extra bonus words in your spelling test. Like, now I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna remember how to say them words and spell them words and know the definition.
The extra credit.
Right. This was directed by David Yates and written by Michael Goldenberg for the screenplay. And of course, our girl J.K. Rowling, and starring the usual. We see a lot of fun faces that we haven't seen in a while from our beloved, from all our past defense against the dark arts teachers.
Except for the one guy, because he died.
Except for the one guy, because he died. All the way to damn, I am just drawing a complete blank.
Girl.
Not Hermione.
What are you talking about? I don't even know.
The big man. The biggest man.
McGonagall? I mean,
no, that
the one with the eyeball.
Not Mad Eye Moody, the biggest giant
Hagrid,
yes.
I was so confused.
I know. I was just trying to like bring it in. Like we just see so many people that like, you know, it just make you feel good because it's like I've seen all these people before, and I wonder what happened to them, and now they are here. Yes, Stacey. Yes, this is gonna be good. Lord have mercy.
Ooh, wee. But Stacey, go back to your other comment. Yes, you may have missed movie news live, but
never forget.
You can always go to 2 Snaps in a Circle on YouTubery and rewatch any of our episodes that we've done since last year. Around this time.
Lord have mercy. We gotta get that exact date so we like
yes.
See, because so we can know the exact week, so we don't. We be like, oh, so last week was it's been a year, y'all.
So please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like our videos, comment, whatever you like to do.
All that beautiful stuff.
And revisit whatever part you want to revisit.
Isn't it beautiful? It's just so beautiful that you could just go and.
Yep,
it was funny.
Yep, if you didn't like that part when we was unorganized or couldn't read, you can just skip it.
Just move on it.
Just move right past that. Okay.
Oh gosh.
So we start off in this like weird. I thought they was like in a dream almost.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very dreamlike. Like what is happening? This can't be real life.
Like what is going on? And we are introduced. I mean, not introduced, but we are reintroduced to characters that we hadn't seen for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Harry has a new haircut. He looks like he's gotten taller.
Yes.
You know, and here go Dudley.
Just, I mean, looking like a damn. Hold on, when this movie came out in? Lord, looking like a reject. Looking like he trying to be somebody's. Yep, looking like he's looking like 2007 spit him out. Like, have you been listening to hip hop?
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, they listen to Garage in the UK. Like, what have you been listening to? Like, what are you wearing? Yeah. I was so confused by the fit.
With his Nike and his jewelry. So they are immediately, you know, I just thought it was a dream because
just looking like your favorite bully boy band, like just.
But none of it looked real.
Like none of it looked real because it didn't make any sense. It was a playground, you know those playgrounds where it's just like land and a swing set and a slide, like the metal slide next to it. It was just like a situation like that. It's like
there was nothing else around.
Nothing else.
And then all of a sudden, as soon as Harry pulled out his wand, you know, it gets super like green and dark. And, you know,
like giving me Storm from X-Men vibes, like, whoa.
But they running away and we don't know where they running from, who they running from. We don't know what's going on. It looks like it's a dream state, but it's actually not. And then when you see that cold breath, it's like, uh-oh.
Just when you thought well, I want to call them Dementors.
That's what they call.
Okay. Hold on, what else did we watch that had like demon names in it?
Demon Knight?
Demon Knight. See? And I think when we watch, I wanted to call them Demonators, like them Demonators, baby. But no, that's Harry Potter.
That ain't nothing. It's Dementors. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that cold breath hit, and it was like, here they come. Oh my god, they are so annoying because it's like, what do you want?
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I
what did they want? I was confused.
it's like, I know what you want, but like for real, like who sent you? Because they don't come on no energy like, yeah, bitch, are you know, we on that ass, we here for this. They just like come and just
start sucking your soul out.
Sucking your soul out.
So they started sucking his soul out. They started sucking Dudley's soul out, which to me was weird because I thought that they looked for a specific person sent, and then they tried to find them. So I was like, why are they doing that? He's a Muggle.
Yeah. So, what would they do with him?
Yeah, so I was like, this ain't making no sense. And then he pulled out that wine and hit him with that Expecto Patronus. That expect some Patron. He hit him with that Expecto Patronus and saved the day.
It saved the day. But the moment he did it, I was like, God damn it. He's gonna get in trouble for this.
I didn't even think about that.
It instantly hit me like, and that's when I was like, oh, he maybe, you know, again, the one we shall not name is just being a bitch ass nigga and just like, oh, I'm just gonna like send them to mess with him to get him in trouble in school. Like, so because I'm thinking like maybe there's something about this time where maybe he won't go to Hogwarts, you know, like, but I should have known that it wouldn't go down like that.
So they get back to the crib. It's like, oh, he back living with his family. Okay. Dang, why he do that? But okay. Mm-hmm. So then he instantly, like, the Dudley is messed up. Like
he is. My man was sitting there like
he was toe up from the flow up.
He was like him.
Then Harry gets a little letter, and it tells him he expelled from using magic at the Hogwarts school, and now he mad and stuff. And it's like, dang, Harry ain't going to Hogwarts. Dang, this starting off wow. But then a whole new gaggle of characters appear to save him.
Yes. I'm like, oh my God. This is what I'm talking about. The unity, the like, help this man. Like, you know, that's what, you know, this season, this particular moment, I'm like, somebody help him. Like, stop playing around with him and trying to hide him from shit, you know, which gets into our next part where we start to talk about like them continuously hiding things from Harry and not telling him what the fuck is good. I mean, the boy is an orphan child. Like, I you know, he's coming off the tragedy of fighting thou shalt not be named and witnessing Cedric die. Like, when are we going to just give him a little bit of the weight that I believe that he can handle, at least with the help of y'all?
But not only that, like, you know, what I didn't like about the beginning and like the first 20 minutes of the movie, it was kind of just like everybody kind of knew what Harry Potter had dealt with, what he witnessed, what he experienced, how traumatized he was when it happened. But it's like, it's a war. You got to keep moving. You got to keep going. And nobody ever really, it took too long, in my opinion, for people to actually try to help him deal and help him understand what he was dealing with and what he needed to cope with. And it also was interesting that it took for a whole new character to be introduced into the film to help him through the things that he was going through mentally, because he was suffering from a very large boat of post-traumatic stress disorder, and everybody just like, I get it, but it's like, you can't understand what I witnessed because half of y'all don't know if y'all believe me or not.
Right. Can we get there first? Like, it's almost like, first of all, do you believe me? Yes or no? Okay, if you do, then yes, then maybe we can go to the next step. But you have to prove, like, Harry's like, y'all got to prove to me that you even believe the words that are coming out of my mouth, because I'm telling you, I fought this man. I watched him kill a man. Like, I watched him kill my friend. an innocent person who had nothing to do with this. Please, like, stop playing with me and
Yeah,
help
like,
me.
and I dream about this every night. Like, this is something that I relive every night. And nobody is, it's like, y'all let me go home with that. And just
Right.
like, as a 17-year-old kid, like, y'all just let me carry that. I don't have it. You know, I'm going back to a bad home situation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all literally
All
have
that.
left me to just deal with this all on
Deal
my
with it on
own.
your own.
But when he get to where they going, you know, everybody is there. Lupin is there. Sirius is there. Ron's mom is there. Ron's dad is there. We find that Hermione and Ron is there. His brothers are there. Everybody that is not a bad guy that we have, Snape is there. Everybody that you can think of is at this house right now talking about what's going on, that there is vote, that they trying to plan to, like, get people together to take Voldemort down because he is trying to take y'all down. And the fact of the matter is, we also find out no one believes them because the Ministry of Magic doesn't believe him or Dumbledore, and they think that they're lying because he who shall not be named is not back. Y'all tripping, y'all crazy, y'all lying.
Yep.
So they doing this in secret because it can go really bad for everybody. Oh, and Harry is actually being put on trial.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Because now it's like, not only, you know, he just has everything turned against him. Like, any move that he makes is going to be flipped around. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you performing acts of wizardry in front of muggles? Like, why are you know that you're not supposed to be doing this? And when you tell us why you doing it, it's because of this bullshit. Man, shut up. We don't want to hear it. Moving forward, we trying to be done with you. But thank God for the people with some goddamn common sense and Dumbledore finally coming through, which we find out that he just kind of been like real distant, and not in a sense, not like in a way where it's like,
I don't even see you.
I don't even see you. So it's like, are you mad at me? Like, did I do something wrong? Not his usual, like, coy, like, keep it cool, Harry. I'm on your side. I still love you. I care for you deeply. I got your back. You know, even though his acts were showing, his actions were definitely two-sided. In the same breath that he could be like, yo, don't do that to this kid. He ain't got nothing to do with that. You know, I'll take up for him. In the same breath that he can act like, fuck you, boy. Like,
right.
Like, dang, what did I do? I didn't do anything.
Right. So we are introduced to even more new characters at the trial. We get to see a little bit of more London, and we also get to see a little bit more of the wizarding world as well, because we've never been to the Ministry of Magic before. And so he go on trial, you know, he get cleared of the charges. We're introduced to a character at the time we didn't think we were going to ever see again. And I honestly remember like seeing her and being like, ooh, I don't like her.
Yeah.
Like, damn, she ain't nice.
Yeah.
And then when I saw her again, I said, oh, shit. Oh. But also, I've heard bad things about, like, she is always, like, considered one of the worst villains, like, on memes and stuff that I see. And I always be like, damn, what'd she do? Because I had never seen it. I had never seen it.
I was like, if there was Karens in the wizard world, this is it. I mean, she was a Karen from the way she presented herself to the way that she like went about the treacherous things that she did. Just terrible. Just like, what? Oh, go check my stories out on my IG. I'm telling you, I don't like that woman. I don't like that woman. I don't like that woman.
So another thing that kept happening to Harry is, because people really, whether they believe, I think Ron learned a lesson by not standing by his friend in the last film. So you see him standing by his friend, but I don't think him nor Hermione wanted to know. She wanted to understand. Ron just was like, whatever, man, whether I believe you or not, whether I know it's the truth or not, I'm your friend and I'm going to stick by you.
Yeah.
Hermione was trying to understand, but Harry like the scene that really bothered me with them was when they got off the train and Malfoy said something to him and he just jumped on him like, leave me alone. And they was like, it's just Draco, man. Like,
Yeah,
chill.
yeah.
But he like, y'all don't get it. Like, you don't get what that means, what he's saying to me, how triggering that is for me because of what I experienced.
Yes.
It's one thing when I was going through this and people understood.
Mm-hmm.
But it's another thing that I'm going through this and people don't even want to believe. They blaming me for Cedric's death. They saying that I might have killed him. They saying that I'm lying and Dumbledore's lying too about Voldemort being back. They're telling me that I'm not being honest and truthful about my trauma. On top of the fact that I'm still dealing with everyday life and my life is not that great.
It's not that amazing.
So, that scene kind of bothered me because I was just like, y'all can't tell him to not feel the emotions that he feels when he has not had a moment to sit down and process any of this. All he has been able to do is try to defend himself.
Yep.
Since he left the school, whether it's from his family, whether it's from people in the wizarding world who no longer believes him or trust what he's saying, this boy is constantly dealing with this. But before it was easy because he hadn't faced any true danger that really scared him for real. Now he understands the severity of what actually is at stake, and nobody believes him.
Nobody wants to hear from him. I mean, everybody's in the papers, it's the murmurs, it's the quiet speaking, it's the all of that, and nobody's shy about it either.
And everybody giving him that look like he got shit on his face look. Even his friends, and they don't even realize they doing it because they can't understand. Harry don't feel like talking about it, and they just trying to be a friend, but in the same breath, it's kind of hard when you can't understand where they're going.
You go
they call it not being empathetic, but being a I can't think of it. Not an empath, but it's another one like with intercede. Like when you stand, they can't intercede because they've never been through what he's been through. Yeah. So they trying to be there for him, but they don't even know how to be there for him because they don't even know what the hell is going on with him.
Exactly. And not realizing that they may be triggering these feelings as well, as you said, because Hermione wanted to know all the details so she can understand it, so she can get grips around it. And it's like, this is one of those things where it's not meant for you to understand. I'm just asking for support. Right. Whatever you believe of who I am or what I've done or whatever it may be. Like, I'm just asking that you be like, okay, I got your back.
Then it just got worse because he's seeing these dead bird things and they don't see that either. So thank God we are introduced to a known character. Now that I know who she is, I know who she is because I see her in Funko Pops and all of that. And she is a very popular character. And she's also she brings color to that dark world as well. But her name is Luna Lovegood, and Hermione called her Looney Lovegood.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, girl.
Nice.
But she could see them too. So that kind of put him at ease to make him feel like he wasn't crazy. Because also something we got to remember about Harry Potter is a lot of this stuff, this is why this movie was about him wanting to be alone because he has been dealing with all of this stuff alone when he could hear the snakes, when he could hear the murmurs, when he could see the spiders, when he could see this and see that. He's always had people supporting him, but just because you're my friend, I don't know I can't hear that, I can't see that, I think you crazy sometimes, but I'm a rock with you though. But now having her there to be like, oh, I see him too. It's like now they like, oh, he not tripping. Maybe we tripping.
Right. Maybe we wilding.
And maybe we need to give him a little more credit and stop trying to discredit him because of his trauma. Because you can also hurt somebody who's been through a traumatic event and discredit them because they've been like, I can make pancakes, bro. I can put on my shoes, bro. Yeah. I can pay my bills, bro.
Yeah.
If I choose to. But the thing about it is, don't discredit me because I've been through trauma, but also don't diminish my trauma as well.
Yep.
Very thin line.
Man. Talk about it. Taking on a lot. Harry's taking on a lot.
He really is. So in the midst of this, they come to school. We also find out that that lady who we didn't want to see no more is now Miss
So
Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah, Umbridge. Ugh.
Is gonna be the new defense
Now, how can I
against
remember her name? But
against the dark arts teacher.
and
And
I'm like, of course, she is.
I knew it was going downhill from there.
Ugh.
I
Oh,
knew it was going downhill from there.
I mean, just her immediate presence, alike, and Harry being Harry, he's like, oh, I remember that face, I remember that person, I remember what she but this is me. This is where I'm from. This is what I do. This is my place. And I do feel, although all of that we just spoke of, there is a bit of confidence that I feel that he does have when he's back in Hogwarts and knowing all the information, being up what he's been up against. I feel this new sense of like confidence with him that I really appreciate this particular time around.
I just thought it was because he got older, and I think, like,
totally, yeah, totally,
a coming of age moment, and that kind of age you when you have to deal with that by yourself. You laugh, but you ain't really laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you laugh now.
Yeah.
Where Voldemort at? Like,
like he every time he like Voldemort.
Because they want to let us know, they did a lot of things of trying to let us know that they are not kids anymore. Yep. Like he's about to be 18. Like he's about to be a young man, and being that he's 18 and he doesn't have a family, his people can put him out when he turned 18. Yeah. And he's really gonna be out here by himself. So I don't even know if it was a confidence more than just like I don't even know what to call it.
Just a maturation. He's just maturing. Like it's just, this is just a new stage. Like it just naturally comes with what comes with the time that he's in.
Yeah. So we introduced to Dolores Umbridge. We, he come back to the school. He coming back to his friends. They all mad at him. None of them believe him. He get mad at Ron. It's like, okay, Harry, keep your friends close, man. But you get that he going through, and he like, I don't want you. It's just a thin line. I don't want you to hover, but I want you to care. It's like he just going through all them emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't ask me how I'm doing every 5 seconds, but also
ask me.
But ask me though. Ask me though.
It's like, Jesus, this boy can't win for losing.
No, nah, it's so sad.
But at that point, I was just like, man, why are they leaving this kid to deal with all these issues by himself? So they go to the first class with Umbridge, and she like, oh, I'm not about to teach y'all about no magic up in here. We gonna read it out of a book. Y'all, we changing stuff here. The magistrate of magic is like, you don't need to know nothing. Y'all can just read it out of the book, and y'all gonna take this OWL test, and y'all gonna be good. So Harry, once again gets mad, has a fit. It's real stuff out there that we need to be preparing for, and y'all leaving us ill-equipped to die. And she's like, okay, well, you can get out of my class, and you can see me after class for detention. Now, see, this is when it got a little weird. You know what I'm saying? First of all, this lady is OCD.
OCD. She has, as everybody knows in this world, portraits aren't, art isn't still, it lives. And she has all these plates with cats on them, kittens to be exact. Like, I don't think they were all just cats. They were like mostly kittens, like baby kittens. And I'm like, did she just like kill them all or something? Like, do they not survive?
Or maybe her cats is at her house, and maybe because she had to come work and live at Hogwarts.
Or she's a cat lady. Like, putting to shame to all people who like have some affinity toward cats. Lord have mercy. But anyways,
and she want him to write write, like the classic go in detention, I will not talk in class 100 times. So she gives him a quill, and she like, no, you don't need your quill. And I'm like, oh, okay. What is this about? You know what I'm saying? Now, I just thought about it in my head, like, imagine a Harry Potter fan who has seen this movie several times and knows it's about to happen, watching me watch this. Because I did
You
not
don't blink, because what the hell?
I did not expect that.
Not at all. Again, just when you're like, wow, this shit gets real dark sometimes.
Yeah, so you mean to tell me this a Freddy Krueger scene? Freddy Krueger? He taking a magical pen and writing on the paper, but he actually writing it on his body as well.
It's scarring him. He's writing slow because he's almost like in a shock of like, is this really happening? And she's right there. She's right in the spot.
Like,
Like,
she a psychopath, and she having like a sadist moment where she getting a kick out of torturing this child and trying to put him in his place.
She absolutely loved it.
Yeah, she really did. It was kind of, it was very creepy.
Crazy ass.
And what was really messed up about it is he felt like he had no voice to speak on it. And, you know, when Hermione saw it and they was asking him about it, he was just like, no, I ain't gonna say nothing. She was like, you gotta say something. You gotta say something. He like, you don't get it, bro. What am I gonna say? Nobody believes anything I'm saying. Yeah. Do you really think they gonna believe me? And even if they did, what kind of whirlwind do you think that will put everybody else in at this school if I, Harry Potter, said, oh, the lady from that's the lady who tried to get me expelled. I cannot say anything. And it just kind of made me feel like, damn, this movie is really trying to isolate this dude, because he like turning against his friends. He doesn't feel like he can talk to the teachers that he has now considered family. He doesn't feel like he has a voice to speak or anyone that will hear him. And the people that can, they made them a social pariah, so they don't have a voice to speak either.
Correct.
Because in the meantime, in between time, the magistrate, the magistrate of magic is running around telling everybody that Sirius Black is the one who's killing people. The disappearances are because of him. Cedric Diggory died because of him, and he's creating the army, and he's doing all of these things.
So incredibly frustrating, you know, like all my favorite disaster movies where there's that one politician or the vice president or somebody in the goddamn administration office that's like, I don't believe that the world is about to end. I don't understand how tornadoes can end the world. Like, I don't understand. Like, nigga, I'm trying to tell you. Would you just listen?
It's
so
easier.
That seemingly crazy person, but goddamn it, they're making some freaking sense. Please listen to this person, and it's just that moment over and over and over and over and over and over.
Right.
A lot of that winning on that side. You know, that they win like for the huge part of that movie, while we see a few small victories happening, which is what happens when they start to build. We start to see the real defense against the dark arts.
Right. So
goddamn, like if they were to bring that movie back, like they were bringing this series back, and they were to bring new wizards in, Harry should be the goddamn defense
of the dark arts teacher. Who else would it be?
Who else would it be? He has all of the goddamn experience.
He really do.
Before he even knew he had the experience.
Right. But it wouldn't have been that wouldn't have happened though if it wasn't for Luna. Basically, like
Luna,
him going and befriending her and like having that moment with her outside where she was like, well, you know, if I was Voldemort, I'll be doing exactly what's happening to you. I would isolate you from your friends, isolate you from your family, make you feel alone, so you'll be drawn to me. Like if it's anything I know about films of that nature, when it's a witch or a wizard or someone is trying to take someone's energy, power, whatever, even like watching the film The Witch, what happened in that movie is the devil, the witches isolated her from her family and made her family turn their back on her. So the only place she could go was to them. If
Yep.
she still had a family, she wouldn't have did that. Paranormal Activity, any movie about demon possession, anything, anytime they want you specifically,
Yep.
they will do anything and everything in their power to make you feel alone in a room full of people.
Yep.
That care about you.
Yep.
And it's for you to realize that maybe these people don't understand my trauma. Maybe they don't believe me, but they love me. And if I can get to that love, then we can grow from that and build something new.
Yes.
Because we can't go back to the old way. And it's not because they're different, it's because I'm different.
Yes.
And whether they understand that or not, I can't expect them to understand it. I just have to know that they love me, and that's what has to sustain me until I'm okay again.
Straight up.
So,
straight up.
They go. Basically, what ends up happening is McGonagall has a confrontation with Umbridge because she finds out her methods of punishment for the students.
Right.
And in that moment, the woman decides she wants to take McGonagall, telling her that her practices are out of order, as a defiance towards the Ministry of Magic. And she talks to him, and then gets her. She becomes over everything and has to audit. Basically, she's like auditing the school of Hogwarts and finding all the holes and missteps, because the school is now deemed a place of just ill contempt, and no one is doing their job, and everything is just all bad. And that's when it really started getting bad, man.
Oof. I was like, damn, I don't know how they're gonna come about this one.
Yeah,
I don't know how they're gonna come about this one.
Yeah, they fired Emma Thompson.
Oh,
but she was trying to banish her.
Yes, like have her out on the streets, like eating out the dumpster.
Yeah, that was right. She said she had been living there for 17 years.
That's all she knew. She said, when it just hit me really right here in the field when she said Hogwarts is my home. I was like, damn.
I mean, 17 years. What would be the point of having another place to live? That's where you live.
That's where you live. And you actually enjoy what you do. Like, come on. But, you know, Dumbledore, DD came through sight of day.
Yeah.
You know, but not again, like, you know, not throwing any type of caution to anybody or throwing any good vibes out. Like, it was so weird. Every time he showed up, it was like, it gave me very much so like, I'm just here so I don't lose my job. Like, you know, I'm here so like,
I just feel like he's been going through since the last movie. Like, he's been going through since the last movie, because we got to think about this. Harry Potter is not the only child he's sworn to protect at Hogwarts. So not only is he trying to protect the person who's supposed to protect them eventually, but he also is responsible for hundreds, if not thousands, of other children.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he dealing with bureaucracy.
Right.
And people now are looking at him the way they looking at Harry Potter, even the students.
Yeah.
So he may tell Draco Malfoy to stop doing something, and he talking to him reckless.
Right.
Because now they've demonized him and made him lose the Dumbledore power that he had.
True that. So
after what happens to Emma Thompson's character name, I can't remember what her character name is. Talon Navini.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. The kids decide, well, Hermione and Ron decide to tell Harry, hey man, we don't know what you're going through. We probably never will understand what you're going through, but damn it, we want to help you because we don't want you to go through this by yourself.
Yes.
We can't sit here and continue to let you deal with this on your own when we standing right here. But not only that, everybody needs to help. Not for you, for themselves. Because we don't want what happened to Cedric to happen to anybody else.
Yes, we in this together.
Right. And that's what she told him. She's like, haven't I told you? This is a us thing, not a you thing.
Period, Pope.
So Harry becomes the teacher of the defense of the dark arts on the low.
The low, Dumbledore's army.
And I mean, he's actually doing a really good job. And I was
Really
really
good
impressed.
job. Like, I mean, yo, like teachers, take that whole moment and use that as like as a perfect moment to show like how peer-to-peer learning and peer-to-peer teaching truly works. Like sometimes, you know, my mama tell me something and then I hear from one of the homies and I'm like, you right. You're right. My mom over there like, I just said that same thing. Like, but it's different when your friend tell you.
Right, but it's true. Like that it was beautiful watching those kids
so
learn, and it was also cool watching the school telling the kids like, hey, no, this is not the school itself telling these kids like, hey, no, this is not how this is supposed to be going.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, this whole time the Umbridge has been making lists, checking them twice, putting out rules. She don't want the kids to talk to each other. She don't want them to have extracurricular. They have not played Quidditch all year.
I mean, don't even talk about it. Don't even say nothing close to it. Don't even use Q words. Like,
no, these kids can't talk to each other. They can't walk next to each other. They can't be next to each other. They can't do nothing. And you know, you know who on their team? Damn Draco and his damn friends.
Oh my God, the bully squad. Lord have mercy. Bitch boys made.
And the damn groundskeeper, him too.
I just knew he had it in him.
No, he don't have. We going where the money go, honey. I'm going where the money go.
I'm just never will get over his character on Game of Thrones. Just never will. He just did most horrible shit on that series. So I synced it in.
So, you know, the kids learning magic. They getting pissed off because they cannot figure out where they going at night. They cannot figure out what they doing. So she starts to torture the kids in the evening.
Yeah.
She starts to torture and question these kids in the evening to try to figure out what's going on. Harry Potter liked Cho. Cho, that's his boo, that's his girl, but Cho going through too. You know what I'm saying?
Going through it.
I
didn't even realize it when Hermione started talking about her situation, because you know I was screaming at the top of my lungs when him and Cho kissed. Oh my God, I was like, finally.
But see, I forgot that Cho and Cedric was involved.
That quick, I forgot. Like, oh, they were an item.
But my whole thing, it was the whole like it was wet. She was crying a lot, and I was just like, "That's some trauma bonding." They trauma bonded
over Cedric's death
with his picture in the background as they kiss.
Like that's why I was like, it was like, oh, crazy moment, but at the same time, like I get it though. I get it.
But it's crazy because that was the first scene that I saw them as friends actually have a moment where they laughed with each other. And it was like they did it on purpose for us to realize how tumultuous everything has been up to this point.
Like it really ain't like just like magic and spells in this bitch. Like, no, we are really on the brink of life and death.
Right. And not only that, even if we are not, even if we are in the world, we are at school as well.
Yes.
Only time they can really even talk and deal with each other is when they're in their common rooms. And I'm sure she even has stipulations for that as well. Because we didn't get to see all the rules.
You didn't get to see all the rules, but Lord, baby girl had lots of
several. So that night, because you know, Harry Potter been having dreams every damn night, seeing the same thing over and over again. But this night it got crazy because he had a dream that he saw a snake, and the snake was at Ron's daddy and eating him.
It's like, at first I didn't know who it was. I thought it was one of the first dark arts teachers, and I was like, no, that's not him. I was like, oh shit, that's Ron's dad. Yeah. Like, he was Uncle Weasley. Yeah, Uncle Weasley. I was like, oh, he knew. Oh,
he was. I was like, oh my God, they cannot kill Ron's dad. That would be so bad. So, they dragged they dragged Harry to the dang on to Dumbledore's office. Dumbledore talking to everybody but Harry, and Harry got pissed off.
Like,
look at me. Like, that's not how he said it, but that just reminded me. That reminded me of that Saw movie when old dude was like, look at me. When he's about to die and he won't die. Anyway.
I know what you're talking about.
Snape come in there. Dumbledore still not talking to Harry.
Yep.
But they ended up saving Ron's dad, and then Snape is basically like, yo, because see, they made it seem like when Voldemort touched Harry's head in the last film that they were no longer connected and linked. And all he needed to do was to touch him and he would get his powers back. And because he couldn't touch him before because of the power of love, but once he was able to touch him, they made it seem like, oh, they're not linked anymore.
Yeah.
But so then we have this scene with Snape where he basically like, well, y'all still linked, and he can get into your mind and you need to build up the strength in your mind. So I'm gonna go in your mind to try to help you train your mind so he can't take you.
Boy, oh boy.
And that guy is just scary for no reason. R.I.P. Alan Rickman. Like, jeez.
He really is. Like, just like, can you comment down on all that? Just all that.
Man, that man was so good at his job.
Like, for real.
Like, damn, you being nice, and I don't even know if you're being nice. I
see every villain he's ever played, and my favorite villain he's played is on Die Hard. Like, I just love him in that movie, and he's just so good at it. Like, just incredibly good at it, and you're just like, you're a good guy. Why are you always like so goddamn mean?
Yeah, like just mean for the sake of being mean. So where am I at? So after that, he goes to Ron's house for
it's Christmas.
For Christmas.
Yeah, they jump right into it, make you feel like, okay, like Ron's dad survives, like it's Christmas time, which they tend to do. They jump a lot, and you're just happy for them. You're just like, okay, there's joyful moment.
I don't know. That scene made me sad.
No, it starts that way. Where
that scene just made me sad in general. Like,
like seeing Ron's dad all effed up.
Just like Harry, like, they gave him his gift. He was at the end of the table. He was by himself. He walked in.
Sirius shows up. You're like, oh, his goddad is there. Like, I'm so happy.
But like even the toast and everything, it just all made me. I kind of got choked up a little bit because I was just like, this is so sad that because Harry literally, because he knows he doesn't have a family and he knows how he lost his family.
Yeah.
He separates himself from the family that he has. And you watch him do this. Like in that scene, he never invited himself into the room, even after they praised him.
Yeah.
And because I thought maybe he was acting like that because, they might have felt some type of way, because I didn't know if he told them that he felt like it was him doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt so bad for him because he longs for the love of a family, and he has that, but because if he didn't know how he lost his family and his parents,
then I think it'd be easier for him to accept it. But because it's when you know that there's somebody out there that took something from you that you really had once, like then you're like, damn, I think it's almost like the way you think of somebody who's like been adopted, like, damn, some real like Will Smith, like, why my daddy don't love me, like why he don't want me, like what the hell did I do? Like
your love is cool, but I still want that.
I want my dad and my mom.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess that's why I got a little choked up, because it made me sad, because it made me wonder if he's ever going to accept them the way he's accepted.
I think it's safe to say that you talking about growth therapy, all that stuff, like bruh, man, we need to go through a lot of those things, but it looks like in the wizardry world they don't have no therapy.
Oh man.
So,
Because baby, you would
they'll
have
have
thought
a
they would have
counselor
had some type of counselors at the
or
school,
something. They
like
don't have
grief counselors. Them kids all just in that school going through.
like, first of all, I gotta go out in the real world and act like I am not what I am. Then I come here and my life is on the line. On the line.
Every day. Every day.
Every day.
Ooh. Now
Lord
see,
have
this part presented a quote for me as well.
Yes, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was tuggling. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be one of them times where Chevy gonna have a quote. I'm gonna have a quote. She gonna have another quote. I might have another quote. Like it's just gonna be all the quotes.
Okay, so Hagrid comes back.
Mm-hmm.
10 people break out of Azkaban.
Oh man, it's a
We
lot.
find out who Sirius Black's sister is. And because I've seen clips or pieces of Harry Potter, when I saw a picture on the wall, I said, oh, that's
Yep,
his sister. Oh, this is drama. Oh my God, I just realized something.
What?
I just realized that.
What?
I'll say it in a minute. Everything happened so fast that I didn't even realize. Damn, she raw. Beatrix Kiddo is raw. I mean, that ain't her name, but Beatrix is raw. Damn.
When I seen her on the wallpaper, I was like, oh, I know she coming. She on her way.
Yeah, next scene. I thought that was beautiful how they introduced her before they introduced her character.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, no, he's her cousin.
Cousin, okay.
They're cousins. Yeah,
okay. They're cousins. Okay. All right. So, Cho gave him up.
But not like on no like snitch type stuff.
But we ain't know that yet.
Yeah, we ain't know that yet. We don't know that yet. But yeah, Cho give him up. You're like, no, Cho.
And he's like, you're not strong enough to be with every Potter. You're not strong enough to be with every Potter.
Oh.
All the rest of your scenes is cut. So, they find the room. They take him to Dumbledore.
Yep.
She done called the Popo. They like, Dumbledore, this your army. We knew you was creating an army. You helping such and such. Dumbledore like, yep, I was.
Yeah, he takes the fall.
Harry like, nah, I was, nah.
He had nothing to do with it. He like,
nah, you put my name on the paper though. And he like, damn, I did.
I did name it Dumbledore's army.
Because when he said that,
I could have said something else. I could have called us anything else but that, but I did.
Yeah, it was like when he said that, I was like, here, he got you there. He got you there.
Like you can't be snapping at him now. You can't be like, talk to me.
Yeah. And that's why he said it so calmly. He was like, well, it seems that my name was on the paper. It didn't say Harry Potter, did it? And he's just like, like, okay. Like, well, okay. So,
homie, he said, I ain't going down. Like, you think I'm just going.
But see, then we started to see our Dumbledore again, because then he winked at Harry and he.
Yes, I was like, finally, like, yes, we got it back. We here.
Mm-hmm. And then he disappeared in a blaze of glory.
Oh man,
and that black man cracked me up. He was like, say what you want to say about Dumbledore, but the man got stabbed. Have some razzle dazzle right there.
He backed up like, you didn't say I had to go. Kindly, peace, bitch.
So what I thought about when he left, I was like, oh my God, now Umbridge got full control of Hogwarts though. So she about to go cray.
Yes.
And she did. She started torturing everybody in mass groups. She started to just be real ridiculous. And I like two characters that we really haven't spoke on this whole time is Ron's brothers. And they really have grown into their own. They selling candy. They, got a little enterprise. They, you know what I'm saying?
They're very huge, like confident selves, like, just good dudes. Like, the Weasley family, just like raising some good kids, man. Good man, those Weasley parents.
Right, right. So the twins are talking to a little kid, and the little kid got in trouble, and she did the little writing thing on the little kid, and he all crying and stuff, and that's when they got fed up. They got fed up
with this shit. Like, we're not gonna keep getting tortured by this woman. Like, who are you? Like, for real, like, really, who are you?
Yeah. So, they decided that they were going to make some waves and do some things. And that's exactly what they did.
They did a great job. I love that part.
Yeah, that was really cool. It was really epic.
Cool.
And
it was just like, man, I was like, immediately, I'm like, man, I wish I could see this on like a huge screen.
Yeah, like that was very cool.
Yeah, that was
very epic.
Yes, I appreciated that one.
But in the midst of that, Harry then had another vision of Sirius being tortured by Voldemort to find something. We don't even know what it is at this point.
No, this globe
orb thing
this
that we've been seeing
orb
this whole time.
We're like, what the hell? Like,
so they Harry decides he gonna go on this mission to find this orb, and they told him, nigga, you're not going alone.
Ain't a film without going on a mission, baby.
Right. But they told him, you're not going by yourself. You're not going by yourself. This is the whole reason why we've been training, correct? We also find out that Neville's family was actually tortured by Beatrix.
Yeah, by the cousin.
And they are actually his name is very famous as well. He just don't want nobody to know.
Right, because man, he gets teased just for being himself. So the last thing he wants to do is get teased for his family.
Right, but I like Neville because I like how they make him a very like that character that always come through in the end, always has this little piece of knowledge, always has this little extra skill that you didn't know, always has this little extra moment of bravery. He's like that guy that's just like stand-up guy.
Stand-up dude who makes stand-up decisions, and you can always depend on him to be himself. Like, he comes into the room as him.
Yep.
No matter what, even if he knows, like, coming like this, I know they're gonna tease me. I'm already knowing what they gonna say, and thank God for a lot of the people around him, because they be supporting him.
Yeah. So they decide they're gonna go to try because they realize that this key is at the Magistry of Ministry, whatever the hell you call this damn place.
Let me see if I can
messing it up.
I think you got I think that's
the Ministry of Managery.
It's the Department of Mysteries.
Okay.
Yeah. The Department of Mysteries.
That is not what I said.
Mysteries. What the hell am I talking about? Mysteries.
I'm talking about the Mystery of I don't know what I'm saying.
Mysteries of the Magistrates.
The Mysteries of the Magistrates.
So they roll up in there. That bitch who is it again? It's
Neville, Ron's little sister, Ron,
Hermione,
Luna,
and
Hermione.
Yep, got it.
And they was about to go, and the only place they could go through was in Umbridge's office, but they got caught. And then that's when we find out that they was poisoning them kids to torture them.
Yep.
And that she was torturing them, and that's how she got Cho to give up them and all of that. So we really looking at this lady like, oh my God.
She is really capable of the worst. Like, the worst thing. And she did that shit.
Yeah, but she was about to wipe Harry's memory.
Oh, she was fully prepared.
Because I was like, damn, what is that spell? And I was like, oh, that's the spell to wipe the memory.
And what throws me off is what she was capable of without not even being sent by the one that shall not be named. Like,
right.
She wasn't even sent from him. Like, she was literally doing that on her lonesome. She was like, this is what I do.
Right. And then come to find out she didn't even like kids. So they take her to the forest. Oh, guys, we never mentioned that Hagrid introduced her to his brother who was a giant.
His half brother was a giant.
and talking about it's a centaur war happening. There's a lot of shit going on,
It
y'all.
was
We can't
so
talk
much
about every
going on,
damn
'cause
thing.
I was like, when did I miss the centaur shit? Because what the hell? Who these people?
So basically, what happens to Umbridge? They take her to the forest, and the centaurs take her.
Yeah, just go off with her. Who knows? They probably.
And when they got her, she gonna say, "Harry Tell did not mean him no harm," and he was like, "I can tell no lies."
No lies. I can tell no lies. Baby, bye-bye. Deuces. See you later.
Oh, but also, I forgot to mention that in the midst of this, Snape appears and him and Harry have another thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think before this.
Yeah, this is when he was kind of going through his second rigmarole with him, like his other lesson. And we learn
why he talked about his daddy so bad. Because his daddy used to pick on him.
He used to pick on him.
And then Harry kind of just left
the original
like,
Draco.
He gonna say, he was about to say, I didn't know. Well, nigga, how would you know? And then he just walked away because he felt stupid.
He felt so
he like, dang. Did you see how he grabbed that wall? Like he was like, Lord, my daddy wasn't shit when he was
an asshole. Because up to this point, all he has is that beautiful image of his dad in those round glasses, like, son, love you. He was a dick. He was a dick.
He was a little big Draco. They go to the Ministry of the
Department of Mystery.
They go to the Department of Mysteries to save whatcha-face it. I mean,
yeah,
Sirius Black.
Save Sirius Black, but now Harry's there and he's remembering what he saw in that globe. It's a prophecy. That's what it is. It's a prophecy.
Yeah, but they ain't tell us that too.
Yeah, we ain't know that until we knew it. And then, he's like, oh, I know what I need to look for, like going off track a little.
But his ass didn't find it.
He did not find it, but they found
Neville found it.
Neville coming through. Like, hey, this one got your name on it though.
Yep, it's right there. It's right there.
He picks it up, and
now the whole thing was, though, this is what I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Before they left, Hermione was like, but Harry, it could be a trap. He like, I don't care if it's a trap. If it's a trap, I'm going to go anyway because I got to save my own people.
And that's what be tripping me out about Harry. He'd be like, look, man, if it is a trap, if I am like following the little crumbs, hey, bro, I'm gonna follow him. And it's like the same trauma and the same things that are like eating at him every single day are actually the same things that kind of fuel him in moments like this to be like, I'm going after I'm gonna fight him. If I gotta fight him, I'm gonna fight him. But I gotta save my goddaddy. I got to save us. Like, I gotta do the right thing.
Right. So we get to the place, they find the ball, and all the kids other than Harry finally gets to see that big Draco.
Big Draco
is a Death Eater. And then we see Beatrix Kiddo.
Oh man,
that's not her name. Her name is Beatrix, though.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I loved her from the moment I saw her.
She was good. She was killing that shit. I was like, whoa.
I love her though, Helena.
Oh yeah, she's great. Like,
she killed that. So I'm thinking, oh, here she come. I ain't gonna like her. As soon as she started talking, I started smiling like, yes,
I love her.
Give me more. I don't want to be a fan of yours, but I think I will be anyway. I like you more than Voldemort's because he's too angsty for me.
Low key.
he not villainous enough yet.
Yeah. So sometimes it makes me feel like he's always doing it for the wrong reason. Like, she's in it because she's just evil as hell.
She just want to kill people, but she don't have goals, because he kind of remind me of Damn, I can't think of what her name is right now. Wait, I'm about to look it up. And I should know this like the back of my damn hand.
Ew.
Ingrid. He remind me of Winifred from Hocus Pocus,
Okay.
because he's so hell bent on Harry that he feels like he needs Harry to complete his task. And in some ways he does.
Yeah.
But I feel like he gets so hung up on that. Like if he wouldn't have tried to kill Harry in the last one and just let him go, he just has so much hatred for Harry that clouds his judgment at every point. Like if Winifred wouldn't have been so hung up on Danny the whole movie, she could have had Ada kid still been living.
Yep.
You know, but she was hung up on Danny so to the point where she couldn't see past her. So, you know, you could have been ruling the world, but because you need Harry Potter and you have to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You got it.
And that's why he's not like a villain. You know, like Ursula is a villain. Like she needed Ariel, but she could have did that to anybody. You know what I'm saying? She was about pow, pow, bang, boom. I'm killing you all. I'm turning you all into little eels and I'm taking your little miserable soul. Like, I like villains like that. Like, give me a scar. Like, I'm going to kill my brother and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still not going to care. You're going to have to kill me too. Like, give me that. Give me Darth Vader. Like, Darth Vader didn't care about nobody. He was fighting Luke and told Luke he was his father. And he still didn't care. They still fight. Like,
it's a wrap for all you hoes.
I need that. I need going to the Jedi school and kill everybody. Villains. You know what I'm saying? He is too angsty for me right now. No, I think he may get worse.
Totally.
As it progresses, but right now I'm not feeling Voldemort, and I have not felt him this whole time. He talked too much too.
Oh, he talked much without saying nothing.
Yeah, don't be saying nothing. I'm about that action, boss.
Like, tell me some good stuff. Did you do it with Harry's mom or something? Like, come on, like, tell us some good, give us some juice, give us some reasons. Like, we still really don't know why.
Yeah, like you just mad. Like you just bad and you just mad. And you just bad and mad. I mean, I don't even know, man.
You breathe because you ain't got no nose.
Right. Like, you know. So okay.
You mouth breather.
They get got the orb, you know, they're fighting the Death Eaters, and they doing a good job.
Oh man, they are really put like, man.
They did a great job. They tore that damn Ministry of Magic up, whatever the hell the name of the place is. Department of Mysteries.
They tore that it wasn't a mystery any damn more. It was messed up.
So they get out. They at these doors. Hermione like, come on, let's go.
Yes.
I don't hear nothing, but Luna and him heard something. So they go over about the doors. Then all of a sudden they come in their little smoke things and they come down. They're like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, Harry Potter. You thought you was gonna just beat us?
You thought it was gonna be easy like that?
Nah, give me the orb. I'm killing everybody.
Yep.
And it's like, damn.
I really gotta give him this.
Then Sirius showed up. And then everybody showed up. Dumbledore. No, Dumbledore hadn't showed up yet.
Mad-Eye Moody.
The other three people that we had just met, and so I don't know their names.
The other defense against dark arts.
Oh, Lupin.
Yeah. Lupin showed up, like,
all that girl who had like really cool powers, who changed her hair color, so and I don't know who she is.
Yeah, still don't.
But they all came and they all was fighting, and you know, here come Harry, got to talk and run his
goddamn
mouth. That's
what they're called. The order. That's the whole.
Oh, that's what they call. Okay,
the order. Yeah.
Tell me something, child, because I didn't know who they was. I just knew they was fighting. The rebellion. That's what I'm gonna call them.
The rebellion.
Fighting the Republic. So, you know, here go Harry Potter. No, I want to stay and help you, Sirius. I love you, God Daddy. And he's like, no, let me do the fighting. And then it's like, oh, pow, pow, pow. Yeah, that's a good hit. And then it's like, thanks. And it's like, pow. And it's like, oh, he got hit. Oh, but he seemed like he all right. Oh, why he turning gray like he died? Oh, he dying!
Going
He didn't gone up yonder. He done went up yonder right in our
the upper room. I'm like, no, Harry can't.
Going up yonder. He went up yonder.
Like Harry ain't got much family. He talks about it all the time.
He ain't got no family now. He don't have nothing. But his death was so like
that right there. It was that right there. I was like, huh. He all right. Oh no, he not all right.
Oh my God.
Dog, I'm sorry. I did giggle when she was skipping through the hallway talking about I was furious black. I was like,
and then but now I just realized like she killed her cousin.
She killed her
as
cousin.
well. She is. Like, you knew that was your cousin, girl.
You knew that was your cousin. That wasn't even no mistake.
No, you said,
like, my bad. Like, she skipped through the halls and said, I can serious black.
I couldn't even, like, emotionally vibe with his death because I just bust out laughing. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's why it was so funny because I'm like, damn, can I mourn the man? Nope. He gone. He done went to the archway. She changed, and she like,
but his death reminded me of this time I saw this man fall in slow motion, and I didn't realize he was falling until he was like on the floor already, but it still happened in slow motion. It was like, oh, and it was like, oh my God. And like, you don't know what to do. And it's like, oh, is this happening? Is this happening right now?
What is he doing? Is he dancing? Oh no, he is falling. Oh my God, he done fell.
But you didn't watch it the whole time.
It was and that's what I'm saying. It was nothing you could do about it. Like, it was nothing that could stop what just happened. Like, she came out of nowhere. It's like she was just sitting over there chilling, like, damn.
And then it's like, but that don't look like it hurt.
It didn't look like it hurt. I'm like, all of what's been going on, like, what did she just do? Like, I'm so confused about what just happened. Like,
Sirius gonna come back, I believe, and tell us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be,
because they didn't let us linger on his death for long enough.
They're not gonna let us. Yeah, I agree.
That's why I feel like he coming back.
Sirius Black just can't be. Yeah,
I don't think he coming back as a human man, but I do think he gonna come back and reappear as a ghost.
Yeah,
and explain how he died.
Yeah, he's gonna be some spirit that still sits and
he can protect him. I believe he's gonna be able to protect him.
And then when you think about it, it's a perfect setup because how many times has Sirius actually been there in the flesh? Other than this is the most we've seen him. Every other time, he's always showing up in somebody's fire or showing up in some misty air. Like, so it's like, okay, cool,
Well, for us.
Right, for us.
So Sirius get killed, and then you kind of see, oh, this was the plan all along. He needs to he wants to inhabit Harry, and he needs Harry to make this decision so he can kill Beatrix, so he can be able to. He needs him to go to the dark side. This is his Anakin Skywalker moment.
Right.
And either he's gonna go to the dark side or he's not. And in that moment, he snapped out of it because he realized what was happening, what he was doing. And he gonna turn on Voldemort. And Voldemort just said, bitch, get that damn wine out of your hand. I was like, boy, was you even holding the damn thing?
What? Who's gonna invent a spell that like brings your wand right back? Or who's gonna invent a lanyard that it can't just come out your hand? Like,
you know what they need? You remember from Little Giants? That shit he had on his hands? That's what they need. Yeah, that's what they need. Whatever the hell that was, they need that.
Oh, they need it. I'm like, tape it to your hands. Tape it.
Duct tape that thing out of your hand like you don't have no kind of grip on it. They need to make gloves where when you hold your wand, it kind of magnetically,
it don't
magnetically sticks to your glove.
What the Gorilla Goose said, it don't move. Don't go nowhere.
Ooh, so
Oh shit.
Dumbledore late ass pops up and they fighting, baby.
Oh,
In
they
the,
fighting. He said,
you got fire, you got fire dragon, you got water bubbles, you got all kinds of stuff happening.
no.
You got glass turning into sand. You got all kinds of stuff happening.
Question. So, what I've noticed is the very experienced ones, they don't say anything. They just do it. So is it that you graduate where you don't even have to say the spell out loud? You just do the spell with your
I guess.
That was just something I was pondering on, because I was like, I don't know if that's like, obviously, when I think of a film, I'm thinking like they have to get rid of the spells at one point, because you can't just be back and forth like Hexpetorius and Dikenish, and like and they're going back and forth like what?
You just made up.
I know, I just made up a whole bunch of spells. Dish like niche night. That's what I just said.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know.
Droninus.
Yeah, that sounds like a spell.
Okay.
Open Windium. Open Windium.
Open Windium.
It's open window. The open Windium.
It's like when you just like try to speak Spanish, but you just put or esa on the end of everything. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna appropriate. I can appropriate wizardry, but I can't appropriate
no, you're not.
Spanish language. I won't do it.
So Harry now is having a battle. So Voldemort basically is like, oh, Dumbledore, okay, I'm not about to fight him. Fuck this. I came here for Harry. Let me go up in his body.
For real. He's like, okay, this is getting to be too
like
much.
when he turned that glass into sand, he looked like, I don't have time for this. Let me go inhabit his body real quick so I can beat him up in his mind.
Yeah.
So he fought him in his head. Harry overcomes Voldemort again with the family that he does have.
With the family that he does have, and the friends that he does have, and the love. Like, I'm capable of love, bitch.
Yes.
Something you'll never be able to do.
Right. He was like, we ain't the same.
We ain't.
You don't have nobody to love. And I got a whole bunch of people, dead and alive.
Period. Dead and alive. That is such a good point. Like, I have people that are gone that I can still like actually be like, I love them. I care about them.
Who you got? Tim. Because you heard how Dumbledore was like, hello, Tim.
That is my favorite. I forgot about that. I was like, Tim!
He disrespected. He didn't put no respect on your name.
No disrespect to all the Tims out there. But
he put no respect on your name. He didn't call you who shall not be named Voldemort. No, he called you Tim.
Yeah.
Your name, your Tim. Real name.
Yeah, like I been knew you, dog. Tim. Bruh.
So after this, my other favorite part or line from this part was when the magistrate of magic come in and say, oh, he's back.
I just was like, bitch, we've been trying to tell you that the whole time.
I was like, really, bro?
It's just like in the disaster movies when the vice president suddenly want to be like, oh,
let me sign the executive order.
Let me sign the executive order to get everybody to safety.
But the building is already half exploding.
The earthquake is happening now.
Like in Independence Day. Not everybody blown up. And
everybody blown up.
Just tell my daughter I love her.
Like, no, I'm not.
I'm sorry I didn't listen.
Right. You're like every captain, every person in charge that just don't ever listen.
Listen.
Don't
listen.
Listen.
He's back.
Yeah. Oh, he's back. I just wanted to be. I was like, boy, bitch. Oh, I'm so mad.
I was just like, sir.
Sir.
And when I read in the newspaper that he might be stepping down, I said he need to step
As
down.
you should.
Because you are just a hot mess,
Because
sir.
you had no reason. You had no reason to believe. You had no reason to not believe. Like you just was like,
you just was.
I mean, that's just like my worst nightmare ever come true.
Oh, but shoot, who gonna become the new magistrate?
I don't know.
What if Ingram Umbridge
She
becoming?
getting horse fucked. So
but she ain't dead.
She ain't dead. Yeah, she might. I don't know. I thought about that too. I was like, if he steps down, then who's gonna step in? You know what I'm saying? Like,
God, I hope it's not her. Because
Lord, hope I know it.
Then her rules is not only gonna stretch
to Hogwarts.
You're right,
because she wasn't in horsefuck. She came back because she went to jail, right?
I don't think so.
No,
was that in the newspaper?
It was. She came back and she was like reprimanded for like being terrible. She was like debarred, or I don't know, like
disbarred.
Yeah, like debarred. she was debarred. She's not part of them anymore.
Okay, good. Because I don't need to see that lady no
more Karens.
No mo. So it seems like everything is back to normal at Hogwarts. Everybody is around, kicking it. Living their best life. Everybody going home on their way home. Cho tried to talk to Harry, but Harry wasn't even really trying to hear it. He just kind of. I think he might be feeling Luna a little bit, even though she liked pudding and she a little bit weird.
She's a bit odd. She's an odd individual, but she showed like moments of like not only like that kindness, right? But like she did show moments of like, I can be an interesting, cute little girl too. Like
like I loved after she got punched in the face and then she got up and then Neville knocked the thing down and she's like, great job, Neville. And then they just ran away. I said, I really like her.
Yeah, like I liked her too. I liked her too. She showed a lot of really cool, cute, little adorable moments. And I was like, that could be a nice little love interest for him, I believe.
Yeah. And I love how they put him in a little suit jacket at the end. I said, they want us to know this man is growing up, okay? He is growing up, okay?
Thank you.
That was my last note about the movie.
No, I enjoyed it. I walked away from this one feeling like...
I just felt like, so this is just... Y'all really just want me to just know that this is not... This was no conclusion. It was no foreshadowing. It was just kind of like, yo, they still out here.
Pretty much. So it's just like, I walked away from it being like, okay, now I know that we still gonna be up to the same shenanigans next year. But,
But they'll be adults.
Yeah, they'll be adults.
Young adults.
It's funny that they don't make you feel... They love to end on this very like grandiose like moment sometimes, like, we finally have like a great conversation between Dumbledore and Harry. Something waiting for the whole hour and a half-ish. Like, dude, like, are y'all ever going to actually speak? Like, are we ever going to talk about why you kind of left him hanging and why 2 hours long? Like, why? And he's just kind of like, yo, like, I felt like I had to create distance between us because that was the only way that I would be able to keep you safe. And we actually hear him not only the acting part, but we actually hear Dumbledore verbalize how he feels about Harry.
Yes.
The whole time, we thought like he just saw something in him and thought, he was like the next coming of something. And now we're like, no, he's just like, damn, like, I really rock with you. I really, man, like, I really care about you. And I have to look out for you. And to do so, the only thing that made sense to me was to create distance between us. So they don't know what I know.
Right.
and you don't know what I know.
Right.
Because it sounds like, as much shit as I talked earlier about letting Harry in on what he needs to know, I do believe that there is a line that does need to be drawn, because as we can see, Harry takes info and moves off of it. much like a young person would, right?
But not only that, I thought Dumbledore made a good point in that scene. Like, I didn't want you have enough on your plate, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to foreshadow your imminent doom to you.
Yes.
If you find out on your own, there's nothing that I can do about that. But I'm not about to say, hey, 16, 15-year-old Harry, you're going to have to kill Voldemort, or Voldemort going to have to kill you. Thanks for that. My life is so happy. Y'all know how I am. I internalize everything. It's all I think about from this moment until it happens.
Exactly. But it is very much so about like the way that information is relayed. Sometimes when it's relayed from a mentor, an older individual, someone who's been through the experience, you're just like, you hear it through from the homie and you like hear it out differently, or when you experience it yourself. Everybody can tell you what college is going to be like, what it's like to be an adult, what it's like to own your first house. But it is not until you are actually in control of said thing that you really feel it. And so this is also where we get our where I get my quote for the quote of this movie. And it's, to me, this quote speaks so many volumes to me personally, to the film itself. Like, I do like the way you kind of started off, where we're just talking about like this loneliness that, all of these like traumatic things that Harry's dealing with, right? But actually it kind of all makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And it goes a little something like this. Neither one can live while the other one survives. And it's such a simple quote, right? And just like you said, Harry has to learn that on his own. No one can be like, yo, you got to kill Voldemort. Like, he has to figure that on his own. And how I feel like that relates to how like life goes is like, sometimes you can't figure out what you really need to do until one part of you just like is gone forever and you are able to move on. So actually you can like survive and do what you need to do. So there's no way that you can be here and here. Like, you gotta be wherever you're supposed to be. So if you're gonna be here, be here. If you're gonna be there, be there. And he really realizes like, oh shit, like it's only one of us. I can't keep playing this game with him. I have to make a decision, and I either got to be Harry Potter that's going to sulk over all the trauma and all my life's unfair and he gets teased about that in the movie too, where it's like, oh, life's unfair, too bad. Like, you're just like your damn goddaddy. Like like Snape told him that. Snape is like that reality check. That's what I'm realizing.
Yeah, he really is. Because because he knows that praise and privilege don't get nobody nowhere.
Nope. And that's what is so funny. We see it in Harry, right? We're like, man, big that boy up. Like, he been through a lot and he still find a way. Oh my gosh, I'm off in my room. I'm scared to shut Oh, his mom scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, oh Lord, thou shalt not be named as after me. It's a Dementor in this movie. Death Eater.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Anyways, I don't even know what I was saying.
You were saying
disappeared. Now it was just gone.
You were saying that basically damn, what the fuck was
Snape is a reality check. And
yes, he is. He's a reality check.
Be bringing him back down, like,
because no, but also Harry, because of his losses, he is also. It's like, I know somebody who knew a person who was an orphan, but they got adopted by a rich family, right? So even though they didn't have parents growing up, they didn't have to live a impoverished life, but they have siblings who were adopted by other people who had to live on the street. So, it's like, you got the short end of the stick, but because you got the short end of the stick, you got more than other people. So you still have a level of privilege that you don't honor because you lost what everybody else has. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the normalcy that everybody else has. But for the first 4 movies, they always let us know that somebody paid for your books, that
Yeah.
somebody bought all your stuff for you,
Yeah.
that you had a pile stack of money from your parents, because even though they died, they still provided for you in
Mm-hmm.
the wizarding world. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like you still have a level of privilege because of who you are and who you're connected to,
Correct.
that if you allow it, it will still make you just as bad as Malfoy Draco.
Mm. Mm. So again, if you keep letting that live in you, then whatever's on the other side of that could never flourish, and you'll never be as happy as you could possibly be, or live any life that's purposeful or means anything, because you keep living right here. So you have to let that die in order to live on and survive as you should, and hey man, they just keep bringing it. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of conversations with people. Some people are like, hey man, I ain't gonna lie. When it got to the 5, 6, and 7, they was like, oh, I ain't like it. I ain't like it. I was like, well, that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
I am not.
I know you aren't, because
Because I know some things.
it's a lot of tragedy in this.
Yeah, I know some of those tragedies. So I'm not looking forward to it at all. But let me give my quote.
Yes, I want to hear your quote. Yeah.
My quote is, we've all got both light and dark inside of us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are.
Yo, that one right there, like as soon as I heard it, I was like, that's a quote.
Yep. I paused and I said, that's a quote.
That's a quote right there, because it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. We all have light and dark in us. So, but it's really upon, like for me to act like I don't have some toxicity in me, for me to act as if I have not behaved or been rude or disrespectful. You're just being untruthful. Like, stop with your lies. But do I behave like that a huge amount of the time? No. So there are choices that are made, and those are the things that build upon you and make you who you are. And that's what it's like, Harry, like, even though that's in you, like it's something in you, it's something. He was just like, I'm just so angry sometimes, bro. And it's
but
like,
you got good reason to be mad, bro.
Good reason.
And you allowing for people to make you feel like you don't have good reason because they don't believe you.
Because they don't believe you. So they don't have to believe you. Like, you just continue on as business as usual and do what you believe is the right thing to do.
But see, I like this quote too, because people love Star Wars, but I hate it when Anakin was going to the dark side. That film made everything so black and white, and it was never conversations with Anakin like this that could have let him know that there was more to him than just good or bad. But with the Force, it's no in between. Either you are good or you are bad.
Yeah.
And they never stopped him from going to the dark side, because they always made him feel as if the feelings that he had inside of him that were bad made him evil.
Yeah.
And that's why this quote was really good to me, because I believe that if the Jedis embraced the dark and the light, Anakin wouldn't have become Darth Vader, because they left that boy. They left him out there to fend for himself, to deal with these emotions as a young man by himself.
Why wouldn't he?
And anytime he got angry or had something to say or backtalk, it's, oh, don't let the dark side consume you. But it's like, I'm not supposed to have emotions. And if I'm not supposed to have emotions, why aren't y'all digging deep and helping me with this? And that's something about this that I liked, because at first in the movie, I thought that they were doing Harry a disservice by not speaking with him.
Yeah.
But I believe, because you made a comment earlier about how sometimes someone who you don't even know, or somebody who is not in your situation, or someone who did not experience the situation, when you can come in and say something to you and be like, damn, I didn't see it like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like Luna, not knowing him for real, not knowing him and seeing what he'd been through with her own eyes, was able to come in and observe a situation from the outside looking in and give him valuable advice that he couldn't fight her on, because she had nothing to do with it.
Yep.
You don't have no anger towards her. You don't have no contempt towards her. You don't think she don't understand you, because she don't know you. So whatever she's telling you, you have to take that and say, well, damn, she didn't have to say that to me. She don't even know me like that. So maybe I should listen to what she has to say. And I think from that point on, it opened him up to be able to hear this quote and the other things that people were saying, because it's not like people weren't trying to say these things to him. It's just that he wasn't being receptive to it. And I think if she hadn't had that conversation with him earlier, he wouldn't have been receptive to that either.
Yeah, he just would have thought that I'm meant to be bad. Like I'm Voldemort Jr.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I love it. I enjoy it so much. I thought Goblet of Fire was my John. This one, it hit all the marks. The action was great. Got me in my feels. Like, had some amazing moments between him and Sirius Black, which I've been waiting for. You know, like, damn, like, that's your guy, Daddy. Like, where is he? You know, like, how is he supposed to be helpful in this? You know, we saw this is the most we've seen of Voldemort. Like, but he's just still as annoying as I thought he was, and not the villainous that. I'm interested to find out, like, why he's the way he is, you know?
Yeah. Because
I want to know what's going on with him. Like, why are we
big
here?
Baby. Like, I'm Voldemort. Well, he was a little baby at one point.
I want to know more about him. So
the next one is what? The Prisoner. No, we already watched The Prisoners of Azkaban.
Which is the next one? Let's see. Look it up.
What is the next Harry Potter movie? I don't know. It's Harry Potter and the...
Right, you know it's Harry Potter and the... Come on, man, bring up all of them. I'll type in just Harry Potter and everything comes up.
And the Elder Scrolls, I don't know.
Yep.
Harry Potter 7. 6.
The Half-Blood Prince.
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, I think this is when we're gonna get some more info on Voldemort and Harry and their history, and I think we're gonna finally get some of our answers. So
I'm excited. I hope don't nobody die that I really like. I'm sure somebody's gonna die that I really like.
Because the last two are definitely Hallows. Yeah. So
I know somebody died up in there. I
Right.
already know.
And, you know, and they split that into 2, so you already know they got to take it there.
No, I literally know somebody died.
Oh my God! You're like no.
I know 2 people die. I know that 2 people die. So, and the Elder Scrolls, Harry Potter goes to Skyrim. Yes.
That's a good one. Oh shit!
All right, guys. So,
thank y'all for 2 hours. Thank y'all for hanging out with us this time.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us and listening to us and laughing at us or laughing with us.
Yeah, right. It's either with or at.
All right, see you, 9 Deuce.
See ya. This is the end. Yeah, we're ending.
Yes. But we'll see y'all next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be talking about Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince. Sure.
Oh, Toya, tell the people where they can find you.
Hey, y'all already know. Find me at Little Toya Coats on my IG. Point of view finder on the IG. Holla at us on Books We Should Have Read. Get your 10 pages a day. Drink water. Eat your veggies and your fruit. Holla at me on Misfit Academics. Of course, like, again, if you just go to my IG, you can find all of these links, all of these places. Yeah.
All right, guys. You can follow me at S the Superstar on Instagram, and maybe I'll start posting stuff again. I don't know. I'm always inspired in October, so
You
that
know,
time is done. So we'll see what happens.
it came and went so quickly.
Right. So we're gonna say goodbye. Little Big Draco is gonna say bye. He'll be back next week for more Harry Potter reviews. He's gonna go back in his box now,
All right.
like Harry Potter.
Gotta be preserved. Under the stairs you go.
Woo! All right, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. Be safe.
Yes.
Have fun. All right, peace, y'all.
It's been the nice name.